The Scout has a lot going for him. He's got speed, he's got his jumps, he's got his faster capping rate, but his health is just subpar to say it best. And sure, while he may have his moves, how long can you dodge before you die? If only I had a weapon that gives incredible and fast burst damage. If only I had... Before we get on the Scout's primary weapon, did you know that the Scattergun almost didn't make it into the final cut? In the early days of Team Fortress 2, the Scout didn't have a big, juicy, fat shotgun for his primary like we have today. Rather, he had a nail gun. That's right, a nail gun. It could barely kill anybody due to its super slow projectile speed and pitiful damage. If this sounds familiar, that's because it was later reworked for the medic in the form of the syringe gun. While the nail gun was the primary weapon for Scouts in Team Fortress Classic, the devs must have realized right before release that it just wasn't gonna work out, because a year later after this trailer was shown, the Scout got a brand new weapon. The Scout needs something to defend himself with. If he couldn't defend himself, or in a more common situation, offend others, then Scout would be just as useful as a little fly eating your sandwich. What's a mercenary without his gun? The Scattergun is the perfect solution to this equation. But what is the Scattergun, and what makes it so unique from every other weapon in the game? Well, it's not unique. In fact, it's practically just a glorified shotgun with a slightly faster reload speed and has a slightly higher ramp up. The Scattergun is your stock primary weapon, meaning no matter what, you're always gonna have this bad boy by your side. And because it's stock, that means that there's no extra mobility, no extra range, no clip size reduction, no downsides, and no upsides. If you want the stats, here they are. Oh, wait, The Scattergun has 6 shots in its clip. It's effective by damage ramp up, meaning at point blank range you can do a max of 105 damage, but at farther ranges that number gets lower and can do a minimum of 3 damage. And that's it. That's all the stats to the Scattergun. There can't be a bunch of stats for a weapon that, at its most basic form, just shoots and kills people. The Scattergun does big, fat, meaty, juicy damage. 105 damage is absolutely nothing to joke about. If you can do a little basic math, 2 full 105 damage shots can kill 8 of the 9 classes in the game in just 1.5 seconds. And if you do another meat shot, that can kill a heavy, and after those 3 shots, you still have another 3 shots in the clip remaining. Trust me when I say that while this may sound nice, this weapon is far from overpowered. If you hit all of your shots at point blank range with 100% accuracy, then you're an aimbot, because even the best players miss their shots, not only with the Scattergun, but with any weapon in the game. With a game that prides itself on its wide variety of movement and mobility, it's easy to see why people will miss their shots. Whether it's because of how fast their opponent is, or how they strafe. You will miss with the Scattergun. Having 6 shots in the clip is a blessing. What does this all mean for a truly beautiful class like Scout? With Scout's flexible movement, it gives you plenty of time to pump in 2 shots to kill somebody. I love this Scattergun because it perfectly reflects on you and only you. If you can hit somebody, then that's completely a skill issue, but with time you soon learn to hit your shots, and in that time you can always improve with the Scattergun no matter what, and you can always have fun with that process. Anyways, I'm Nerd Sauce, and that's a wrap.
If it please. Oh my god, Nerd!
That's dead!
Let's go!